Good morning. Welcome to Victoria Park. It is finals time in the girls under 16s. The Q Comets have been the top team, last year's premiers, unbeaten, take on Banyule fourth, 6 wins, 7 losses. So great to be here, and we're underway. And straight away, an opportunity for the Q Comets to drive the ball inside 50 through Chloe Bone, and it's cleared at the back by Banyule towards the wing on the outer side. But again, the Q Comets team have numbers everywhere. Balls in the middle of the ground. A lot of players held up under pressure. The umpire's going to let it go. And it'll be thrown up. Knocked down, winning the ruck work is Alice Curnow for Q. Taken at the drop by Danby, one of 4 players in the Chargers squad. And they've started their finals early predominantly because there are Chargers commitments coming up. The rest of the competition last home and away round today in the YJFL. Bar the under 16s and under 17 youth girls, which are also calling this afternoon. So it'll be thrown up. Wing on the outer side. Tapped down by Alice Curnow for the Comets. And the kick goes inside 50 for Banyule as they head towards the High Street end of the ground. Or the northern end of the ground. The southern end of the ground is where the Q Comets are going here at Victoria Park in the opening quarter. Ball's thrown down again, deep inside, attacking 50. And the Bears doing their best to hold on here. Very powerful team, Q Comets, also doing well in the youth girls. Thrown back into play. And now trying to go through. Banyule did well to win the clearance, but it's rushed through for a behind. And doing a good job there is Madeline Stewart to do all the hard work to put it through for a behind. First score on the board, going the way of the Bears, 1 behind to nothing. Back into play. High ball towards the half-back line on the outer side. Off hands Danby, grabs it and kicks towards the wing for the Comets. Ball comes out. One of the twins tries to get hold of it. Millie Pyden. And she wasn't able to. Number 27, but a free kick has been plucked out in front of the scoreboard on the outer side. And Pyden will take that free kick. She'll kick down the line, wobbly-looking kick towards the boundary line on the outer side. Banyule win possession. Handball comes back inside to be taken by Mackenzie Prentice. But there will be a free kick, and it will go the way again of the Comets because she got to boot the ball, and it's sailed out of bounds on the full. Good deep kick. Oh, gee, that's nearly an excellent mark. Danby went back to try and take one of the marks of the day so far. Inside attacking 50, it's shoved forward. Banyule defending stoutly. Not able to get hold of the footy. Waiting for it to spill out the back. There is Whitman Lamb of Banyule thrown up at half forward. 1 behind to nothing early stages, opening quarter. Winner through to the grand final, the other semi-final between Park Orchards and Fitzroy. And there's going to be a free kick, and it'll go at half-back. Taken by Banyule towards the half-back line on that outer side of the ground. Shovelled forward by the Bears again towards the boundary. Good work by both teams to try and keep it alive, and eventually they have the numbers, the Comets, to escort it over the line, led by Hayley McKee. Boundary thrown on the wing. Just slightly attacking side for Banyule on that outer wing. Spills to the back of the pack. Comets have numbers. Hooked around the body. Bouncing ball. Banyule intercept and intervene and drive a kick towards half forward. It spills around. Trying to get hold of it, but she got bumped into and lost her line of sight. Millie Hunter on the footy for the Bears. Quick kick comes out from the Comets again, but they form a wall as most teams do at half forward. Taken now by Banyule. Chance for a shot at goal. Bouncing ball. It's a goal. They did terrifically well then to hold it up at centre half forward and ensure that there was an opportunity that might spill out. And the Bears have scored the first goal. Gee, they've started well. They're up and about here. Got absolutely nothing to lose. 6 wins, 7 losses to sneak into 4th spot ahead of Brunswick. And they've managed to kick the first goal of the game. That's a great start. 1-1-7-0. Just keeping it inside 50. Repeat forward 50 entries, certainly helping their cause. Thrown up again. One down by the Comets. Player in the ruck in Alice Curnow. Again out of the middle for Banyule. They get a kick inside 50. Bouncing ball. Trying to find a handle is Matilda Lamb for the Bears. As again they're winning possession at will inside 50. Handball comes up the outside to Caitlin Sire. High kick off the side of the boot towards the boundary line at the northern end. And they're under a bit of pressure here at the moment, the Comets. Again, the kick comes straight back from Banyule, who formed that wall inside attacking 50, but picked up brilliantly by Danby. She does well to grab that in one hand, and then there's a foot race. She's got to go and pursuit again at half-back, front of the social club rooms. She fends off a tackle, gets a hand pass out to a teammate who's taken down and a tackle in Chloe Mitchell. She lost control of it, spills backwards now to Banyule, won by Carroll. Carroll's kick goes to half-forward. Good tackle laid there by Hannah Saveni, who was the goal scorer for Banyule. Number 24, she may win it back again. She feeds the ball forward. In fact, the goal scorer was number 19, Mackenzie Prentice. So it comes out now towards the half-back line. Player taken and a tackle front on was Sienna Scully, one of the Chargers players. Gee, the intensity from Banyule's magnificent early, and it's 1-1-7-0, and nearly 10.5 minutes remaining, just under in the opening quarter. Some pressure for the Comets. There's a long way to go as the ball spills out in the clearance to Pinner. She's brought down on a tackle. It's a squirting kick for Banyule. Goes about 8 metres, and then they get another crack at it, and they push it forward again. The umpire says, give it to me, I'll throw it up at half forward. Ball's living inside Banyule's attacking 50. Famous club. Brent Stanton played 250 league games, came from Banyule. One down by Curnow again. Taken out of the middle by Chloe Bone, another one of the Chargers players for the Comets. Spills to the back of the pack. Here's Denby. Goes one way, then the other, and tries to get a hand pass out to Bone. Bone lost it, regained it, fends off tackles. Then handballs on the outside to Curnow. Kicks inside 50. That's a nice kick. And they got a bit of separation as a mark taken left of centre half forward at the southern end for the Comets. Finally getting their game going then. Players around the footy, using the footy well. A team that know each other intimately, having played a lot of football together. Stabbing ball towards the goal line. It's kept alive at the back by Banyule. Hurry kick. And that's an outstanding mark. A couple of players were at it for the Comets, and Denby ends up being the one that stands firm while an opponent goes to ground. And also another Comets player unable to keep their feet either. So slightly right of centre half forward. Here's Denby. The kick slews away towards the pocket. But in the end, she'll say she passed that. Even though I'm not sure it was off the middle of the boot and it was in that direction. But again, seeing the ball drop and understanding each other's game well. Chance for a shot at goal, goes out of bounds on the full from the left forward pocket. A miss there completely for the Comets, still without a score, but starting to get a bit of connection inside their attacking 50 between midfielders and forwards. Kick back into play. Almost a good mark taken by Tess Andrews. Just wasn't able to hang on, and it'll be thrown up again. Knocked down by Curnow. Prentice trying to barge her way through. She virtually dropped that. Might have just squeezed a 1 metre kick out for Banyule. And then it'll be knocked towards the boundary. Trying to keep it alive, but not able to, was Charlie Johnson for the Comets. And it's a boundary throw-in right in front of the Comets coaching dugout. 1-1-7-0. Knocked to the back of the pack again. Loose ball at half forward. Picked up again by Sienna Scully. Drives the team inside 50. And at the drop, Kiamea Giorgio, who had a shot at goal recently, again, was in the right spot at the right time. Read the ball nicely at the drop. On the left, kicks through the footy. Has it got the carry? Not quite. She kicks it low and flat, and it's knocked through for a behind by Stephanie Ashton of Banyule. First score on the board. One behind at 117 for the Banyule side in this semi-final. Winner takes all, through to the granny. Spills to the back of the pack. They'll get it back inside 50 through Charlie Johnson. Again, Banyule managed to turn it away. Hurry kick towards the half-back line to Carroll. Carroll throws it on the boot for Banyule, but only as far as McKee, who takes the mark in the middle of the ground here at Victoria Park. McKee kicks it low and flat for the Comets on the half volley. Charlie Johnson's there again. Couldn't take it cleanly. Runs into Hunter front on. And Hunter holds it up for Banyule on the wing. And again, it'll be another ball up. Prentice, the goal scorer for Banyule, early days. Curnow leans in, wins it down. Getting a handball free of the pack bone. Went defensively by hand. Found her teammate Andrews. Andrews kicks quickly to half forward. Mark completed again by Bone. Bone took it from the player that marked it initially, and that was Chloe Mitchell. Bone will kick it long and high. Bouncing ball towards the goal square. Has it got the carry to go through? I think it got away from the lunging Banyule defenders. It has. And the Comets have got their first goal on the board inside the last 6 minutes of the opening quarter. It's 1-1-7 apiece. And this under-16 girls semi-final. The other semi between Park Orchards and Fitzroy. And it's a big gala day of grand finals for the under-16s and under-17 youth girls next week. To my right is former Richmond player Ty Vickery. Spent some time with the Hawks as well. Out of the middle again go the Comets, and taking a good mark on her chest. Chloe Bone, who manages to set things up. And another goal on the board. She's been outstanding so far. And they kick two in a row in a minute. That was very, very good players. They just got it out of the centre quickly and effectively. Obviously, you give them space and time with the talent they've got on their side. They're going to be very hard to stop, but I've liked what Banyule have done so far. Curnow wins it down. Banyule try and burst through. Player taking it a tackle, got one high. I've liked the game of Carroll so far. Carroll drives the Bears inside 50. Trying to go one-handed to rein in the mark. Not able to was McNamara for the Comets. And Banyule quickly squeeze it with valuable meterage. But out of bounds on the full in the forward pocket at the northern end. Back into play. High ball. Nearly a good mark to Banyule. Off hands. Players trying to barge free. Not able to. And it'll be thrown up. The player attempting to get free then was Mulross. She wasn't able to do that on that occasion. And it's thrown up again at half forward on the outer side. Curnow goes in. Free kick off the play. It'll go the way of Banyule. They deserve that. Moorhead kicks inside 50. Bouncing ball. No one can take the mark. Off hands. Again off the edge of the boot. Bouncing ball for Banyule. Close to the goal line. Trying to get hold of it. She did well to trap it. Then had a couple of opponents around her. Bianca Robinson. Bit of pushing and shoving. Forced it out of bounds close to the behind post, which is shaking a bit. Back into play. 2-1-13 to 1-1-7. Knocked down to Carroll. Carroll's at the back of the pack. And an opportunistic goal by Alexander Carroll as she roved it magnificently from the clearance. It's 2 goals, 1-13 apiece. Just over 2.5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Banyule playing some good footy here against the unbeaten league leaders and reigning premiers Q Comets at Victoria Park. Coming off for a rest for the Comets is Chloe Mitchell. It's a great goal by Carroll, who's been good so far for Banyule. Thrown up in the middle. One down by Curnow. Taken now by Bone. Bone's been very good. She pushes a left foot kick wide towards the boundary on the outer side. Leading in the race for the footy. Can't rein it in. Here's Humphries, who goes close to the boundary. She soccers it forward again. Makes valuable meterage. Again, it goes near where the timekeeper's box is for the senior team, for the Bears and the Amateurs, on that outer side at half forward. And behind that is the other junior ground here at Victoria Park. This, of course, is the senior ground as well as being the main junior ground, which Q Comet shares with Q Bears in the Amateurs, as I mentioned. Banyule try and clear, have the kick run down inside attacking 50 for the Comets. And there'll be a free kick off the play. And Prentice, who was their first goal kicker, will take that free kick for the Bears. Prentice, Mackenzie Prentice at half back. Kicks towards the defensive side of the wing on the outer side. Attempting to take the mark was Caitlin Sire for the Bears. Again, they have numbers everywhere. Driven back in by Bone inside 50. They couldn't hang on to the mark then, the Comets, nor could Banyule, but they lock it up nicely, 35 from goal. The defence doing a good job. As the longer the quarter's gone on, the Comets have had plenty of looks inside 50 at the southern end. Thrown back into play. Tap backwards by Curnow again for the Comets. Loose ball. Bone squeezes a kick through 50. Giorgio's at the back. Can she get a decent bounce? No. Negative. Through for a behind. 2-2-14 to 2-1-13. 45 seconds left. Game faces coverage of the Yarra Junior Football League competition. Great to be here at Victoria Park today. Kick back into play, clearing ball, gets to the back of the pack. They can raffle it. Bones, one of them for the Comets. Feeds the hand pass forward of the play, taken by a teammate who does well to kick her team inside 50, and that was Mia Johnston. And it came back from Banyule, but straight to Curnow, who filled the hole brilliantly. Kicks towards half forward. Bouncing ball. Banyule try and knock it forward. They need a bit more support. It's 1-on-3 against. Eventually they do. They clear out of defence. The player that set it up tapped to her own advantage. Kicks towards the wing. It's a bouncing ball. And again, just outnumbered a bit in some of the ground ball contests late in the quarter. Banyule trying to get hold of it, but had a couple of opponents around her. Was Matilda Lamb. That was a pretty good quarter of footy. And some great signs there from both sides. I like the defensive, robust work of Banyule in particular in that quarter. And they've done really, really well to be 2-1-13, only trailing by a point. It's 2-2-14. And at the moment, Banyule would be really pleased with what they've achieved in the opening quarter. And that piece of play at the very end was set up by Jamie Humphries as she knocked it out of defence, and they get a bit more of that. They're going to make it hard for the Comets to score. So we'll take a break in this coverage for the under-16s. It's winner take all. The winner through to the grand final. Top team Q Comets against fourth team Banyule. The other semi-final, the winner of that, will also play in the grand final next week in a grand final gala being played at Templestowe. And that particular contest is between Fitzroy and Park Orchards. Get your game face on. More shortly.
The Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science here at Swinburne is a really good course. I found it really entailed a lot of the principles of exercise science as a prescription to live a healthy and happy lifestyle.
The Exercise and Sports Science degree at Swinburne, it's a 3-year undergraduate course. One thing we've really honed in on is the practical aspect of the course.
We have access to so much equipment such as gym-aware, treadmills and a whole lot of exercise testing and exercise prescription equipment that we can use.
You've got your knee.
We have so many resources here at Swinburne that you're able to utilise and make yourself the best exercise scientist you can be.
actually get to spend more time with your kids. I'm genuinely so excited for you. Congratulations again, Sophie.
Collar. Recruit a better way.
The current footy landscape requires more from coaches than ever before. With so much going on, it can be difficult to keep up. That's why the Rookie Me team has developed RM Coach, the AFL accredited coaching platform to help coaches stay organised, educated and on top of their game. Check out coach.rookieme.com. RM Coach, evolve the game.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks. But there's another big bank snapping at their heels. It's been around for over 160 years, has 1.9 million customers nationwide who bank in branch, online or with their mobile app, and is regularly voted one of Australia's most trusted brands. Who is this bank that has everyone's attention? Welcome to Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
In life,
you have to play by the rules. Fit in.
don't be too thin.
Or too bulky.
You have to be perfect.
Try harder. Go faster.
Know your limits.
Calm down.
You shouldn't be doing that.
Wearing that.
Eating that.
Suck it up. Suck it in.
Boys don't cry.
Girls don't fight.
You can't do that.
You watch this.
There's no right way.
No wrong way.
Only your way.
Anybody.
Anytime.
And he's having a look at a few of these girls. Alexandra Carroll's the one player from Banyule in this team, and she's indicated why she is in the squad for Chargers. Very good player. Bowen and Murphy and Charlie Johnson, who's the daughter of one of the all-time greats of the Brisbane Lions Football Club, 3-time premiership player, in Chris Johnson. He's one of the original players to come from Fitzroy. Not many of them stayed, but he was one, and it was the best thing he ever did. What a good player he was. Lee Matthews turned him into an attacking back pocket. Swapped Ackermanis from an attacking back pocket into a brilliant goal scorer. So out of the middle, the Comets, who lead by a point, and straight away, Bowen kicks inside 50, off hands, chance for a shot at goal, and that's a great goal. Gee, how good was the roving there? Beautiful hands by Demby, and that's a wonderful snap. 3-2, 22, 113. Lovely deep ball too by Bowen, who's been outstanding so far, and one of the best players on the ground. They've got a 7-point advantage now, the Comets, and their reward a spot in the grand final next week. So Ty just casting an eye over these young girls, see if there might be a couple of others that might be good enough going forward. Lenny Lockyer is another one. His father, Tarkin, played over 200 league games for the Magpies. He was a rookie-listed player and did really, really well in a fine career, coming across from East Fremantle in the waffle. Bowen, another free kick. Kicks inside 50. Wobbly ball, finds a target. This is the aforementioned Lenny Lockyer, marking slightly right of centre half forward. 40 metres out. Kicks it low and flat, but turns it over. And Banyule have a mark last line of defence at the northern end. And the kick comes from Claire Cardwell, but it's turned over again by the Comets, and they have another shot at goal, a flying shot from half forward. They're setting up the wall nicely now. And they're winning possession regularly inside attacking 50, and they get another one. So they've kicked 4 of the last 5 to open up a 13-point buffer. Early stages in the second quarter, 4-2-26 to 2-1-13. And they're very good players starting to have a huge influence. We've mentioned Bowen, Denby. Curno's in the ruck here. She wins this one down. But Rove for Banyule by McDowell. Gets a hurry boot to ball to half forward. Players going hard. Tackle laid. Ensuring that her opponent doesn't get away by Roach for Banyule. Attacking side of the centre square. They want the ball to live inside attacking 50 and get some repeat forward 50 entries. Trying to get involved was Humphreys again, who's doing a bit of work in the ruck as well as playing key defence for the Bears. They trail by 13 points. She goes up. She halves the ruck contest. Ball's at ground level. Comes out to Bowen again. Squeezes a kick through traffic. Nice kick towards the wing on the outer side. Denby leading in the race. She's got a teammate there riding roughshod to provide a shepherd. And that is Lockyer. She couldn't quite pick the footy up on the wing on the outer side as the girls in maroon and blue arrive and now might get hold of the footy, but it's turned over again. Here's Bowen once more, who's been absolutely sensational, but her kick only finds an opposition player in Hayley Pinner. Pinner's at half-back on the outer side. Beautiful part of the world here at Kew, and kicks towards the wing, and there might be a free kick. No, the umpire's going to throw it up. 13-point lead. 14 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Tap down. That was very clever. And he goes Bowen again out of the middle. She's had a couple of bounces. And she saw an opponent confronting her. Then she drives it inside 50. Fisted down. Gets to the back of the pack. Chance for a shot at goal. Squeezing opportunity. Ball's right on the line. I think it might have been kicked through. It has been. It was kept alive. Millie Pyden has kicked the goal. One of the twins, they just managed to keep it alive. The pressure on the Banyule defence was immense, and they were trying to hack it through, but and in the end, the Comets had a couple of cracks at it, and they managed to find just a nice little toe poke by young Millie, and the lead is 19 points, 5-2-32 to 2-1-13, just over 13 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Game Faces coverage of the women's semi-finals, under 16 and youth girl. Great pleasure to be here. Handball out of the middle again. Lockyer back inside 50. It's a great kick, and the mark is completed by Chloe Mitchell, and she drives into an open goal and misses behind. Gee, it's beautiful footy to watch when they get it out of the middle. Banyule under the pump at the moment. Casey Donnell to inbound from fullback. Most of the players have headed to that outer side of the ground, as you can see on our screen, and that's where she's going to head, to a crowded situation. Plays onto herself and kicks towards the half-back line on that outer side. Ball goes close to the boundary. It's kept alive again. Bowen had a couple of opponents trying to break her down in her endeavours to get boot to ball, and she ran out of space and time. And also company. Found her throwing it half forward. Thrown back in, and then a big pack forming at the feet of the girls working in the ruck, or the ladies working in the ruck. Curnow. And then Stacks on the mill. On the top of the pack there was Mia Johnston. Flick down again. Here's Bowen again. Close to the boundary. Gets the shepherd. Swings a high ball very close to the boundary on the outer side. And off hands and out of bounds once more. Be thrown back into play. Deep into their attacking 50. How many inside 50s has she had herself? Numerous ones. Chloe Bowen. Who's BOG at the moment. Curnow to the back of the pack to Lockyer. Lockyer swivels the hips to avoid the tackle. Handballs into traffic. Going nowhere in a hurry. Humphreys does well to get a squeezing kick out. Again, only as far as Bowen, who kicks towards the teeth of goal. 20 metres out at the northern end. A lot of players go after the footy. They work hard. Curnow does well to get it on the up. Gets it to her teammate Denby. Magnificent kick to Lockyer. Goal. Champagne footy by the Comets. Magnificent play. They didn't panic. They had options everywhere. They know how each other plays. And they're just a little bit too good now for Banyule. They've put up a great fight so far. 6-4-40. In fact, it's a behind. Gee, I'll put it down as a goal. I thought she'd kick that. How well am I going? Better get the eyes tested. But it might come straight back. Good mark taken. At half back by Sienna Scully. She drives them back inside 50 pound, out manoeuvres her opponent, uses the body to a nicety. Could have been touch and go for a free kick, but from here it looked like it was a nudge in the side, and she's taken an outstanding mark. Chloe Bound, best on ground, 40 metres out. She kicks and she misses. Behind. But what an influence he's having. 6-5-41. Giorgio kicked an early goals coming off for the Comets to be replaced by Eliza McNamara. Straight down the middle towards the half-back line. Ball's held up at half-back. Going nowhere in a hurry. And the umpire says play on momentarily. And then calls for the ball to be given to him and thrown up at left half forward. Right on attacking 50. Where all the action is occurring for the Comets at the moment at the northern end. Tap down. Handball through traffic by Lockyer. Got it out now to a teammate who kicks inside 50. It came from the boot of McNamara. Has just come on. Gets to the back of the pack. And eventually wobbles through for another behind. So they're peppering. 5-6-36 to 2-1-13. Just over 9 minutes remaining second quarter. They need to get Carroll involved. She's had a pretty quiet quarter after kicking a sensational goal from the stoppage. Stephanie Ashton will kick back into play. Bounces to a teammate, McKenna. Taking in a tackle, loses control. Picked up by Carroll, did well at the coalface to get the hand pass on the up. Out to a teammate in McKenna who kicks towards the wing. Not able to whack it on for Banyule was Vivian Roach. Ball's in the middle of the ground. And again, the Comets get the loose ball. Receiving a hand pass on the outside, Charlie Johnson. The daughter of Chris, but clearing at the back again. Good play by Banyule, but off hands, Bound once more. Swings it back inside 50. It's all Banyule. Trapped at the back. Cleverly on this occasion by Claire Cardwell towards the wing, but again they've got numbers. Front edge centre square. Receiving is Scully. Scully hooks a kick around the body. Looking for someone to mark. No one can. Good contest at ground level. Banyule force it out. They'll try and clear from their half-back line, but the pressure's immense from the Comets at the moment. And the umpire says, give it to me. Just as she was trying to wrestle out of that. In fact, a free kick for holding the ball. Not sure about that. Against Jamie Humphreys. And it's a big, strong mark after an excellent kick has come from Millie Pettit. Taken by Banyule. And they kick towards the half-back line. That was good defensive work last line with a lot of players around. She slipped over, unfortunately, as Humphreys was trying to wrench the ball at ground level inside defensive 50. And it's a stalemate. Curnow wins it down. Bound lays a tackle on Prentice, who got hold of it from the stoppage. Thrown up again at left half forward. 36 plays 13. The Comets on top. Knocked down again. Who's going to get the loose ball? Cleared out of defence by Banyule. Hurried kick towards the boundary line in front of our commentary position. 2-on-1 against Banyule at the moment. Trying to soccer it forward for them is Lamb. She does okay, but there's Bound again. She breaks the tackle. She has a bounce. She'll drive it long. Inside 50. Magnificent kick. And an excellent mark completed there by Lucy Murphy. And Lucy Murphy's shot at goal just squeezes away for a behind. 5-7-37 to 2-1-13. Margin 24 points. Showing a clean pair of heels this quarter, the Comets against Banyule, but Banyule will put up a good show. Just can't get the ball inside defensive 50. Playing on immediately. Hurry kick towards the boundary. Humphreys gets in the right position. Dropped the mark she should have taken. At the drop, got support from her teammate, who was trying to get hold of the footy, and Saffron Nolan. She couldn't get a clean possession, gets another crack at it, kicks up and down to the one spot in the mine shaft. It's whacked down again. A lot of players milling around. Quick kick by Lamb again. Overrunning at Roach for Banyule. At the back of the pack, trying to paddle to her own advantage is Isabella Crisp for the Q Comets. Going nowhere in a hurry. It's a good contest in the middle of the ground. Roach did well with her second efforts to ensure her opponent couldn't get away. And that was Hayley McKee thrown up on the wing in front of our commentary position. A lot of players going hard again. And it's once more not going anywhere in a hurry. Carroll on the bottom of the pack for Banyule. Been quiet this quarter. Trying to win it down for the Banyule side was Bell. But again, it's a kick inside 50 for the Comets. Trying to take a finger tipper. And not quite able to complete the mark was Lucy Murphy. Another charger out of bounds in the left forward pocket. At the northern end, let's put the score on the board goal-wise. 5-6-36 to 2-1-13. They try and clear Banyule. They'll get a hurried kick out of the pack. Humphries took the ball, but the umpire said it was touch. She had the kick slammed down. Gets another crack at it, but in the road. Bound intercepts. Feeds a hand pass inside. Her teammate gets boot to ball. She's about to have it smothered. McNamara kicks towards half forward. And then a standing tackle is the end result, and thrown up again, but once more it's living inside, attacking 50 for the Comets at the northern end. Under 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. They're up by 23 points, the home team. Bouncing ball again, taps sideways. Prentice overruns it. Pound picks up once more, gets the kick partially smothered. It ricochets to McDowell of Banyule. She's claimed in a tackle, going nowhere, thrown up at half forward. Tapped down again by Bell. Reading it best off the edge of the boot. Kick comes inside 50 from Murphy. Cleared by Banyule once more, and the mark taken. Player elected to play on. I think it could be holding the ball, or is the umpire going to throw it up or allow her to go back and have a kick? He'll allow her to go back and have a kick, even though she had played on after taking the mark. And that was Hannah Saveni. She'll kick it short. Bale dropped the mark close to the ground, had a fresh air kick while being impeded and taken close to the boundary. In a two-person tackle is Sienna Scully, and taken over the boundary in front of the Banyule coaches area. 13 plays 36. It's at half forward for the Comets. Knocked down by Curnow. Coming the other way, Carroll. She scragged in a tackle. Humphries kicks into bodies. It's really contested footy there at half back. They'll get a squeezing kick out. Roach might pick it up and she'll pump a hand pass out to Prentice. Now they're away, Banyule, momentarily anyway, towards the wing, attempting to take the mark. Not able to hang on to it was Lamb for Banyule. Ball spills out again. Can they win control of the footy? It's to be won. Moorfield. Defensive side of the centre square for the Bears. Kicking into bodies. Ricochets the other way to McNamara. And Bound. Bound gets the hand pass out. And then slipping through tackles left, right and centre is Mia Johnston. Drives towards the pocket for the Q Comets, who have been just a bit wayward when they've had their shots at goal. They're 5-7-37 to 2-1-13. Margin 24 points. 2.5 remaining. So back into play. Good contest. Good tackling. Denby did well to keep her feet and ensure she could get the hands free despite being claimed, but only as far as Nolan of Banyule, who squirts a kick. But again, the wall is in the road, just outside the attacking 50 for the Comets, as they get a kick back inside 50 once more. Picked up with a hand pass over the top. It came from Lucy Murphy, who's been very good, but that hand pass didn't quite find the target, and then she went after the ball again trying to make amends, and she's into the back of her opponent in the back pocket. So Banyule looking to kick it down the broadcast side of the ground. A high ball, a siren will sound to end the second quarter. No, it's too early. It's 1 minute 47. I thought, gee, that's gone quickly. Kick back inside 50. They've blown the siren a bit too early. Still 1 minute 47 left as the Comets spiral punt it back inside 50 and hold it up 40 metres from goal. We had siren gate at Launceston. We nearly had siren gate at Victoria Park Q. Here's an opportunity now for Carroll. Kicks through fingers. Bound a rare error at the back. It is picked up cleverly and driven magnificently by Lenny Lockyer towards the wing on the outer side. Actually kneeling down and picking the ball up is Mia Johnston. She thought she had time, but she probably had too much time. Could have socketed it off the ground and gets gobbled up in a tackle. Banyule free kick behind the wing on the outer side. Nice kick towards half forward. Bouncing ball. Feeds over the top. Using her body to try and gain the advantage for the Comets is Millie Peden, who's kicked one of the goals so far. Her team has been a bit inaccurate this quarter. And they'll get a free kick. The Comets at half back. In towards the middle of the ground. Lockyer couldn't take the mark. Prentice spills to her off hands. She gets a hurry kick towards the wing. Here again is Lockyer. Feeds a hand pass over the top. Misses the target of Bound. She's generally good enough, though, to clean it up and has support as well as they wobble a little kick, but not very far. And again, an interception by Nolan. Defensive side centre square. Nolan to Banyule has a player careering for her off half back. Grabs the footy, Humphries. Kicks down the line again, but that'll be turned over once more. Taking the footy is Lockyer. She stops and props. Has Bell for company in front of her. Gets the hand pass along the ground cleverly. Taken by Scully, and that's the siren this time. She drives inside 50. A quarter dominated by the Comets, but they couldn't quite put it on the board in regard to goals. But they lead by 24 points in Game Faces coverage of the YJFL Women's Finals. Week 1 in the under-16 girls, 2 weeks of finals, and then we've got the youth girls coming up next between Hawthorn Citizens and Q Comets. The undefeated Q Comets won the flag last year, didn't drop too many games last year, and they've been unbelievable this year. Well, Banyule have done well, won 6, lost 7, but have really taken it right up to their opponents. It is 5-7-37 to 2-1-13, the margin 24 points at half-time, and we'll be back as it gets a little bit dark overhead for the second half shortly.
The Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science here at Swinburne is a really good course. I found it really entailed a lot of the principles of exercise science as a prescription to live a healthy and happy lifestyle.
Step back to the Exercise and Sports Science degree at Swinburne, it's a 3-year undergraduate course. One thing we've really honed in on is the practical aspect of the course.
We have access to so much equipment such as gym aware, treadmills, and a whole lot of exercise testing and exercise prescription equipment that we can use.
You've got your knee.
We have so many resources here at Swinburne that you're able to utilise and make yourself the best exercise scientist you can be.
Congratulations, you got the job. I just got off the phone with my client and I couldn't wait to call you and tell you. I know this has been your dream job for some time, so you can have a better sense of work-life balance and actually get to spend more time with your kids. I'm genuinely so excited for you. Congratulations again, Sophie.
Collar. Recruit a better way.
The current footy landscape requires more from coaches than ever before. With so much going on, it can be difficult to keep up. That's why the Rookie Me team has developed RM Coach. the AFL accredited coaching platform to help coaches stay organised, educated and on top of their game. Check out coach.rookieme.com. RM Coach, evolve the game.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks. But there's another big bank snapping at their heels. It's been around for over 160 years, has 1.9 million customers nationwide who bank in branch, online or with their mobile app, and is regularly voted one of Australia's most trusted brands. Who is this bank that has everyone's attention? Welcome to Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
In life,
You have to play by the rules. Fit in.
don't be too thin.
Or too bulky.
You have to be perfect.
Try harder. Go faster.
Know your limits.
Calm down.
You shouldn't be doing that.
Wearing that.
Eating that.
Suck it up. Suck it in.
Boys don't cry.
Girls don't fight.
You can't do that.
You watch this.
There's no right way.
No wrong way.
Only your way.
Anybody?
Anytime.
The Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science here at Swinburne is a really good course. I found it really entailed a lot of the principles of exercise science as a prescription to live a healthy and happy lifestyle.
The Exercise and Sports Science degree at Swinburne, it's a 3-year undergraduate course. One thing we've really honed in on is the practical aspect of the course.
We have access to so much equipment such as gym aware, treadmills and a whole lot of exercise testing and exercise prescription equipment that we can use.
You've got your knee.
We have so many resources here at Swinburne that you're able to utilise and make yourself the best exercise scientist you can be.
Congratulations, you got the job. I just got off the phone with my client and I couldn't wait to call you and tell you. I know this has been your dream job for some time, so you can have a better sense of work-life balance and actually get to spend more time with your kids. I'm genuinely so excited for you. Congratulations again, Sophie.
Collar. Recruit a better way.
The current footy landscape requires more from coaches than ever before. With so much going on, it can be difficult to keep up. That's why the Rookie Me team has developed RM Coach, the AFL accredited coaching platform to help coaches stay organised, educated and on top of their game. Check out coach.rookieme.com. RM Coach, evolve the game.
because Australia has 4 big banks. But there's another big bank snapping at their heels. It's been around for over 160 years, has 1.9 million customers nationwide who bank in branch, online or with their mobile app, and is regularly voted one of Australia's most trusted brands. Who is this bank that has everyone's attention? Welcome to Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
In life,
You have to play by the rules. Fit in
don't be too thin.
or too bulky.
You have to be perfect.
Try harder. Go faster.
Know your limits.
Calm down.
You shouldn't be doing that,
Wearing that.
eating that.
Suck it up. Suck it in.
Boys don't cry.
Girls don't fight.
You can't do that.
You watch this.
There's no right way,
No wrong way.
only your way,
Anybody?
anytime.
The Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science here at Swinburne is a really good course. I found it really entailed a lot of the principles of exercise science as a prescription to live a healthy and happy lifestyle.
The Exercise and Sports Science degree at Swinburne, it's a 3-year undergraduate course. One thing we've really honed in on is the practical aspect of the course.
We have access to so much equipment such as gym aware, treadmills and a whole lot of exercise testing and exercise prescription equipment that we can use.
You've got your knee.
We have so many resources here at Swinburne that you're able to utilise and make yourself the best exercise scientist you can be.
Welcome back to Victoria Park, 24-point lead. Good to have a chat to the great Chris Johnson. Still heavily involved in the game in the media with 3AW, doing a game this afternoon. St Kilda and Richmond, a big game in regard to the composition of the top 8. And this is a big game here in the Girls Under-16s in the Yarra Junior Football League in regard to the composition of who plays in the grand final next week in a gala day of girls' grand finals in under-16s and youth girls at Templestowe Football Club. The Dockers. The great man, what a good player he was, Chris Johnson. Out of the middle go the Comets straight away as we're underway for the second quarter. Pitching kick towards the wing. Good pressure by Banyule to get a smother in there. Goes close to the boundary. Hacked on again. Close to the boundary on that outer side. Picked up at the back. She's been okay, Saffron Nolan, as she drives Banyule towards half-back. Humphries gets a boot to ball towards the middle of the ground. Not able to get hold of it. Taken in a tackle. It's knocked backwards again. And eventually Bowen wins possession. She threads a hand pass over the top that misses the target. They get it forward again. She just keeps running and keeps getting into position. She gets clamoured into it. She couldn't get control of the ball inside 50. Good work by Banyule, but in the end, they somehow shuffle the goal. The Comets. They just kept keeping it alive inside 50. It was a ground ball get that needed to be got, and it was got in the end. 6-7-43, 2-1-13, and we're early stages of the third term. The defence was okay then by Banyule, putting pressure on Bound, but she had enough support around her. And she just recovers brilliantly with her ability to just get to each contest. Kerno wins it down, trying to win it out of the middle side for Banyule. Hacks it a few metres away. Player for the Comets was taken in a tackle, two-person tackle, and she wasn't going to be able to extricate the football. And that was Eliza McNamara. Has been good since coming on the second quarter. Out of the middle again, Bound with the footy, and now she goes after it once more. Just watching her running patterns here as it's picked up brilliantly with a hand pass from Sienna Scully. But it didn't quite find the target because the defence was good. Saffron Nolan's in there on hands and knees, but 4-on-1 against, and eventually Bound. It spills out to her. Another ground ball get for the classy Chloe Bound. Kicks towards half forward, off hands. Won this time by Prentice. Has been good for Banyule. Kicks into the middle of the ground. Taken now with a little hand pass, but she dished it off a bit too quickly. Looking for a target was Bianca Robinson for Banyule. Back edge centre square. Knocked on again. Now eventually grabbed for Banyule by Savini, but her kick is also blanketed. Defensive side centre square, and there's going to be a free kick. Which way is it going? It'll go the way of the Comets. It was just zagging around, and they're unsure what to do. Kick inside 50 again at the bootlaces. Denby couldn't quite take it. Savini's there. Nolan gets a hurry boot to ball. Humphreys, Bell, throws it on the boot. Wobbles a kick to half forward. Good use of the body again by the defenders at the Comets. They get back and combine outstandingly. Eventually, Chloe Mitchell did well to get a hurry boot to ball. And the mark is taken by Millie Piden, who has kicked a goal. And then they get it back inside 50. She turns it over. An opportunity for Banyule close to the boundary. But good harassing. Made it tough for Claire Cardwell to keep the ball alive, although she does very well. I thought incredibly that ball had gone out. It's kept alive. What a great goal. I thought she'd actually lost control of that and given up the ghost. She kept it alive. She threw it on the boot. Something out of nothing. What a magnificent goal by Claire Cardwell of Banyule. And who knows, the missed opportunities by the Comets in the second quarter. There's still a long, long way to go in this game. Although the clock has stopped. With 13:40 to go. I've got my man on the right-hand side who'll help me out. Thank you, mate. He's going to look after me, my timekeeper. My great mate, 3-1-19 to 5-7-37. The great man, as my son would say. They're all great men, Dad. They certainly are. Kick out of the middle of the ground. Mark taken. No, it's not paid. It's not paid to Humphreys. They reckon it was touched or didn't go the required distance. What an unbelievably good goal that was by Cardwell. Thrown up again. As I said, I thought they'd given up the ghost. The ball was out of bounds. And that out of sight. She kept it alive. Free kick. Savini drops the ball to half forward. No one can take the mark. Tap down again. Cleared by the Comets team. Getting a hurry kick towards half forward. Bound overruns it. And she does her best to try and get hold of it. She can't. And her teammate was also taken in a tackle. Lost control of it in Sienna Scully. Thrown up again. Loose ball. Attacking side centre square. Savini's been very good this quarter with an attack on the footy for Banyule, but emerging again is Bound. Bound swings around the body, kicks deep into the attacking 50. Ball goes to the back of the pack at the southern end, overrunning it Denby. Socket off the ground again by Banyule. Denby goes back in again. She breaks a tackle. She feeds a hand pass out. Good play, Scully, to get a hand pass through traffic. And then there's a shot at goal from 15 metres out. But I think she just misses. And they managed to keep it alive. It's a behind. 6-8-44, 3-1-19, 25-point lead. 11 and a half minutes remaining in the quarter. I'll check with my man shortly. He's got it right. He's looking after me. And it'll be thrown up at half forward on the outer side. Free kick. Harriet Sippin. The other twin does well. What a good mark that is. Outstanding mark. Guess who? Chloe Bowen again at left half forward. What a game she's playing. Cometh the hour, cometh the game, cometh the superstar. Kicks long to the teeth of goal. Has it got the carry? Or did Bell knock that over the line? Let's wait and see. That is a behind. Another behind. 6-8-44 to 3-1-19. Just not quite finishing it off with the goals at the moment. Back into play, Bell to the outer side. Hacked out of mid-air by Banyule. Close to the boundary. Picked up again by Scully, who's been good. And Bowen is there. Didn't go the required distance. Denby, Bowen, working through traffic. Gets the hand pass out to Scully. Scully pushed. Kick affected. Wobbles along the turf. Saveni goes in. Holds her own nicely. Manages to get herself out of a tackle applied on her by Whelan. And it'll be a boundary throw-in. Tap down again. Swung around the body. Quick kick to half forward. Cleared out of the fence again by Banyule. Getting a boot to ball was Ruby Whitman-Lamb. Taking side the centre square, though, for their opposition in the Comets. Grabbed in a tackle is Piner. She can go nowhere in a hurry. And Savini also has been really, really good with her attack on the footy this quarter. Gets involved once more. Knocked down again. Loose ball. Savini. And, of course, as the siren up the hill, resonating down to the bottom ground, the main ground here at Victoria Park. A lot of players around the contest, and there'll be a free kick off the play from the ruck contest. And Bowen again. Right of centre half forward. She will poke a ball inside 50, looking for someone to mark. Not taken. Goes to the back of the pack, working hard, Nolan, to create a path for a teammate to get hold of it for Banyule, but it's squeezed through for another behind at the southern end for their home team, the Comets, who lead by 25 points. 6-8-44, 3-1-19. Whitman-Lamb with the footy, back into play. Goes straight down the middle, or favours sort of the broadcast side slightly. Spills to the back of the pack. Taken by Ashton. It's the hand pass out. Quick kick by Carroll, who's been quiet since quarter time. Into the middle of the ground. Grab now. And doing nicely as she avoids some tackles there is Liza McNamara. And gets the hand pass out then towards Pyden. Pyden out of Curnow. Curnow quick kick to half forward. But the defenders are there and they'll clear out of defence. Carroll's there for Banyule. Kicks towards the wing. But again, they've got numbers around the contest in the middle of the ground. Eliza McNamara once more. But a free kick going to Banyule. Just behind the wing or behind the centre square. Kicks it along the ground. It's a terrible kick. And Lenny Lockyer's in the road. A clean bowl's her as well. She miskicked it. And it rolled along the ground. It'll be thrown up in the middle. 3-1-19 to 6-9-45. Spectacular goal by Cardwell, the highlight of this quarter for Banyule. They trail by 26 points around the contest. Bowen couldn't go, but his second effort outstanding, a third effort even better. Handballs defensively. Does well to get it out to her teammate Claudia Chapman. She couldn't get a decent possession on that. It's turned around the other way. Good play to get a boot to ball by Hunter of Banyule as she scragged, and the kick got affected before a teammate, Claire Cardwell, the goal scorer, could pounce at half forward. Boundary throw-in heading towards the northern end. Tap down again. Round that outer side. Banyule got numbers around the contest. Hurried left foot kick again. Came from the boot of McDowell. But again, the defence very good. And they're pushing Banyule close to the boundary. Picked up. Getting a left foot kick for the Q Comet side. Down the outer side of the ground. Making valuable meterage. But once more, the defence holding firm. They've done a pretty good job here, Banyule. The margin just 26 points. And they shove it forward again. Into the centre of the ground. Again, excellent defence. Towards the wing. 1-on-2 against. Picked up by Humphries. Does well to get the footy and kick towards the wing. A bouncing ball. Overrunning it, though, was Mia Johnston for the Comet side. She might get another opportunity as her opponent also wasn't able to pick the footy up, Cardwell. And there's going to be a ball up on the wing. Good effort by Hayley Pinner as well for Banyule. Bell's in the ruck. Curnow again. Grabbed by Lamb. Hooks a kick around the body. Player grabbed the footy and then was immediately tackled. McKenna. And she's given away the free kick to Curnow. Curnow behind the wing. Left foot kick. High ball towards half forward. And a good mark to Scully. Scully takes the mark. She plays on quickly. Sinks the slipper into it. Kicks down the line towards half forward. Bound tried to take a one-hander opposed to Nolan. Doing a good job on her. Whacks it towards the attacking 50. Good contest. A lot of players around the footy. Maybe could have got into the back of her opponent then. Sire was almost laying an egg as she tried to grab the footy for Banyule. But it spills out. And well done by McNamara to spiral punt a kick towards the outer side of the ground. In the road again. Banyule looking to clear. Didn't get much boot on ball. Piner on that occasion, and eventually they scramble it towards the boundary, and the foot race is on around that outer side. Who's going to be there to collect it first? Guess who? It's Chloe Bound again. She's in everything. She knows no bounds. As she gets a hand pass out, goes after it once more, holds it up close to the boundary, and also getting involved for the Comet side is Harriet Speeden. One of the twins will be a boundary throw-in. Change being made, and getting ready to have a run is Claudia Chapman again. And coming off for a rest is Penelope Whelan. Boundary throw-in, goes close to the boundary. It's kept alive. Scully's had a good game. She receives it defensively. High ball to half forward. Pack collapses. Banyule player pushed into it. She'll take a free kick at half back. Player with the ball is Mieta Menelakakis. Her kick is into traffic at half back for Banyule on that outer side. Thrown up near that old gum tree, beautiful part of the world, out on that outer side of the ground, very leafy suburb Q. And there's a free kick off the play against Bell in the ruck for Banyule. Going to Curnow's had a good game as well. Struggling to score goals this quarter, the Comets, but they lead by 26 points, 45-19. Big pack forming, goes close to the boundary. Hurried kick, back into play, towards half forward. Comes back again, good play by Lockyer. Got it towards her teammate who had the kick run down immediately. She tried to throw it on the boot in Scully, and that was a good defence provided by Banyule. Thrown up again. Done a lot of things right today, Banyule. Been very, very competitive. Comes out, Humphries. Hand pass misses the target. Luckily, her teammate Nolan was there to clean up. Kicks towards the wing. A chopping of the arms. Free kick in the middle to be taken by Piner. She's been okay today for Banyule. Kicks towards the outer side of the ground. That's an excellent mark under the pump by Sire. Had a taller opponent right with her, and she's kept her eyes on the footy attacking side of the wing. Wobbly kick. Can they get another one just to put a bit of pressure on their opponents? It spills out the back. Who's there to pick it up? McKenna. Can she get hold of it? She's taken in a tackle. Swings at the footy. Close to the boundary. Good defence provided by the tackler in Mitchell. And eventually have an opportunity now as the kick was centred towards full forward. And eventually it's squeezed through for a behind. They did keep it alive again. That's a boundary line the outer side, but Carvel kicked that goal. Seems to be a bit deeper and wider than I anticipated. 3-2-20, 6-9-45. 25-point lead to the Comets. Lead being made by Lockyer on the broadcast side. Has been ignored by Charlie Johnson. Daughter of a gun. Kicks towards the wing on the outer side. It's picked up by Murphy. Murphy screws a kick around the body towards the wing. Banyule in the road, trying to handball through traffic. Run down on that wing on the outer side. A lot of players around it. A player was taken in possession. Denby. It was almost a red-hot decision. And again, miss-kicking the footy was Millie Hunter. It just wobbles along the carpet in the middle of the ground. And once again, a player gets a free kick for being tripped or attempted trip, and that's Saffron Nolan, one of Banyule's better players today. Kicks close to the player on the mark, Lenny Lockyer. Bouncing ball to half forward. McNamara couldn't take it. Cleaned at the back by Mitchell. Did well to get a hand pass out. Paddling to her own advantage now. Doing a good job is Mia Johnston. Johnston does well to get it wide for a chance for a shot at goal. And well played by Denby. And she finds a teammate who takes the mark. And that was Garcia. And then there was a brain fade as she handballed to Lucy Murphy, who was spinning by, and she gets taken at a tackle in the goal square. A selfless act. Or is she going to get a free kick for not being in possession? Ooh, she gets a free kick for not being in possession. Well, they're going to get the goal, but she probably should have gone on with it, Garcia. I know there's a thing called being selfless in footy, but if you're in a position to kick it, you take responsibility. But they're young girls, they're still learning the game, and no matter what level, what gender, you're learning the game at this level, and you can be too selfless at times. But anyway, I thought Murphy may have been penalised for holding the ball. She wasn't. It was holding the man, and it's 51-20. It's close to three-quarter time. Back in the middle again. Stumble on the ruck, Kerno. Fists it down. Taken the other way, though, by Aston, who's been okay for Banyule as she swings a kick around the body, which gets deep into attacking 50. Good quarter of footy again by Banyule. The Comets just a bit too strong. The margin 31 points, and they look like they're headed for another grand final and remain undefeated. But they've had to work for it today so far. There's a quarter to go before we get ready for the youth girls match coming on after this, thanks to Game Face. Back with the last quarter shortly.
The Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science here at Swinburne is a really good course. I found it really entailed a lot of the principles of exercise science as a prescription to live a healthy and happy lifestyle.
The Exercise and Sports Science degree at Swinburne, it's a 3-year undergraduate course. One thing we've really honed in on is the practical aspect of the course.
We have access to so much equipment such as gym aware, treadmills, and a whole lot of exercise testing and exercise prescription equipment that we can use.
You've got your knee.
We have so many resources here at Swinburne that you're able to utilise and make yourself the best exercise scientist you can be.
Congratulations, you got the job. I just got off the phone with my client and I couldn't wait to call you and tell you. I know this has been your dream job for some time, so you can have a better sense of work-life balance and actually get to spend more time with your kids. I'm genuinely so excited for you. Congratulations again, Sophie.
Collar. Recruit a better way.
current footy landscape requires more from coaches than ever before. With so much going on, it can be difficult to keep up. That's why the Rookie Me team has developed RM Coach, the AFL accredited coaching platform to help coaches stay organised, educated and on top of their game. Check out coach.rookieme.com. RM Coach, evolve the game.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks. But there's another big bank snapping at their heels. It's been around for over 160 years, has 1.9 million customers nationwide who bank in branch, online or with their mobile app, and is regularly voted one of Australia's most trusted brands. Who is this bank that has everyone's attention? Welcome to Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
In life,
You have to play by the rules. Fit in.
don't be too thin.
Or too bulky.
You have to be perfect.
Try harder. Go faster.
Know your limits.
Calm down.
You shouldn't be doing that.
Wearing that.
Eating that.
Suck it up. Suck it in.
Boys don't cry.
Girls don't fight.
You can't do that.
You watch this.
There's no right way.
No wrong way.
Only your way.
Anybody.
Anytime.
Last quarter about to get underway. It's a 32-point lead. 7-10, 52 to 2-8, 20. There's a blast from the pass. Old schoolmate of mine. 3-2, 20 to 7-10, 52. And we're underway. Fisted down. Now we can get a clean advantage. And it'll be a secondary ball up. Kuno's been very good in the ruck. Running the wrong way, Prentice, to try and track the footy. Taking side centre square now for the Comets. Here's Bowen again. And she bursts away from the contest from 55. Goes long, very long. The back of the pack, Giorgio. Does she pick it up? She can't. She had a bit of a fumble and then was right near the behind post and almost got run down and just squeezes it through for a behind. She was unlucky. Beautiful kick again by Claire Bowen for the contest. She's won clearance after clearance after clearance, and her inside 50s today has been absolutely astonishing. A number of times she individually has gone inside 50. Back into play. 53 to 20, 33-point lead. High ball to the half-back line. Fisted from behind by the Comets. Savini got a hand pass out and then was accosted. Quick kick. from Humphreys for Banyule. Bouncing ball towards the boundary. Will it be kept alive? Not quite. And it goes over the line. Charlie Johnson was there. She couldn't quite track it. And it'll be thrown back into play in front of our commentary position. Down to Bown again, who rows it brilliantly. Hooks a kick towards centre half forward, attacking it best. For taking an tackle after she attacked it the best, and the others were sort of waiting for the ball to come out, was Casey Donnell, but then she got held up in a tackle. Ball jarred free, thrown up again. Bell, Curnow, spills out. Murphy, her hand pass also didn't find a target there for the Comets, and a Banyule player shoved down. Carroll, very good early. We'll get the free kick at half back for the Bears. Kicked a brilliant goal. Bell gives her a lead. She'll go a bit further into a pack of players. Prentice is up. Couldn't hang on to the mark, but a recovery at ground level is elite. Picks the footy up. Swings a high ball off the side of the boot, up and down to the one spot. Two-handing it down, and she may have been attacked front on there was Curnow. Going inbound once more. Goes without the footy on this occasion. Prentice at the back. Grabs it for Banyule. Kicks into bodies her teammate's body after being slung in a tackle. Good footy from both teams. They're having a crack here. Prentice lays a tackle. And another tackle also laid by Prentice's teammate Hunter ensures the Comets can't escape from the contest. Thrown up on the wing. 53-20. Comets by 33. Quick hand pass comes out from Lenny Lockyer again. Pumped it quickly in the direction of her teammate in Claudia Chapman, and it's thrown up attacking side of the wing. Two-handing it down, overrunning it, unfortunately, was Bound of the Comets. That a player dragged down in a tackle. McKee pushed it towards half forward. A lot of players milling around the contest. Savini involved in holding on for a tackle too for Banyule, along with Hunter. Thrown up again at left half forward. At the northern end, told to lock it in. The coaches giving indications to the Q Comets team, and they'll get a free kick. It's Bound again, left half forward. Undoubtedly the best on ground by a fair way today, Chloe Bound. What a player she's been, and what a player she's going to be. As she wobbles this kick, she pulled it to the left and misses for a behind. 19 scoring shots to 5, 7-12, 54 to 3-2, 20. Game faces coverage of the finals of the YJFL. Girls under 16 and youth today. Great to be here at Victoria Park. Bouncing ball towards the wing. Thrown back into play at half forward. Knocked back in to the back of the pack. Tap down once more. Murphy has it. Shrugs the tackle. Drives it long. Slews off target a bit. And out of bounds in the out of forward pocket. Thrown back into play. I'm sure Ty Vickery here as coach of the Oakley Chargers girls would be delighted with what he's seeing. Some of these young girls today doing a great job. One player from Banyule, Alexander Carroll, and at least 4 from Comets, and a few others no doubt on the list. A lot of players around the footy. Thrown up once more in the forward pocket for the Comets. The ball living inside attacking 50 at the moment. At the northern end. And a player was shepherded out in the ruck contest and will take the free kick. And it'll be Pydon, Millie Pydon. Hard on the boundary. She will launch it towards the teeth of goal. Looking for someone to mark, can't. Savini off hands, clears it, but only momentarily. 25 from goal. McNamara does well to squeeze a little kick towards the teeth of goal to the 10-metre goal square. Handball comes out again. Opportunity for Bound. On the outside with a hand pass to Lockyer. Touch of the fumbles. Handball's back inside again. Taken in a tackle. Couldn't get her hands free was McNamara. Ball spills back to half forward. Picked up again by Murphy. Sharing it with Bound. And again, her teammate has a shot at goal. Harriet Sippen. But again, clear last line of defence by Banyule. But only as far as Lenny Lockyer. To Bound again, squeezing ball to half forward. Bounces off the chest, unfortunately, of Giorgio. Spills down to Humphrey of Banyule. Kick towards half back, and her teammate either will get paid the mark or a clip over the shoulder. It is the latter, and the free kick will go to Metalakakis, he kicks towards the half-back flank in front of the social club rooms for Banyule. Savini on the bottom of the pack, who's had a real crack today. Tossed up again. Bell wins it down for Banyule. Players going hard. Bound, another kick inside 50. She scrambled it. And again, it was well read by Giorgio, playing forward as a small forward. That's your role. You taught that very early days of your footy career to just play in front as a small forward. Nowadays, of course, it's all about forward pressure as well. And she's taken a good mark, a chance to kick a second point blank range. They missed some shots today, but she's posted that one. And if they needed one to put it beyond doubt, they've got the goal to put it beyond doubt. Under 10.5 remaining in the last quarter in the under 16 Division A girls semi-final. One of two. The other one, of course, being played today as well between Park Orchards and Fitzroy. The winner of that will play the winner of the Comets, who are going to win again, 8-12-60 to 3-2-20. Nice goal by Giorgio again. A score involvement and a goal involvement for Chloe Bound, who's done everything today. He's had a lot of great support. Banyule have had a lot of good players as well. Free kick off the play in the middle of the ground. High kick inside 50. Getting back. Bound again. Her two-way running and her ability to get in the right place at the right time has been absolutely exceptional today. Just a natural footballer, knows what to do, when to do it, how to do it. At the right time. Spills out to another one who's got great footy now. Lenny Lockyer, but her hand pass is chopped off by Sire. Sire drives Banyule towards the half-back line. Loose ball. Half-back line for the Comets. Half-forward line for Banyule. Comes back now to Prentice. Taking in a tackle once, twice, three times. And she wasn't really away, so it won't be holding the ball. Prior opportunity. Bound looking for that free kick. Out of the ruck goes Bell. She squeezes a little kick for the Bears to the front edge of the centre square. Player, I thought, went down in a tackle. She went after the footy in Robinson. And the umpire says, I'll throw it up again. Another change being made. Sienna Scully coming back on for the Comets. And once more, there'll be another ball up. Attacking side of the wing at half forward. 60 plays 20, 40-point lead. Tap down. Here's Bound again. Gets a hurried kick towards half forward on the outer side. Leading in the race is Chapman. Has done some nice things. But then a good tackle laid by Sire. Standing tackle on that outer side for Banyule. Here's the Victoria Park Tennis Club on that outer side, not far from the scoreboard. Good reading for the Comets. And I reckon Banyule will be quite happy with what they've done today. 6 wins, 7 losses. Got into the finals ahead of Brunswick on percentage. Loose ball. Comes out. Quick kick. Out of the pack. Attacking side centre square for the Comets again. Worried out of it by Banyule, but they have numbers. Curnow receives it. Drives inside 50. Giorgio's there again. Waited for the ball to pounce. Couldn't get hold of it. Then lays a good tackle, though. That's good forward pressure to keep it well inside the attacking 50, deep inside attacking 50 at the northern end for the Comets, who lead by 40 points. Thrown up again, tap down. Can't clear it through traffic. The Comets, player taken high, will get the free kick for Banyule. And this is Alexandra Carroll. Carroll has a player leading for her. Should take the mark. No, Nolan doesn't. Had it whipped away late by Scully, and then Nolan's recovery is absolutely magnificent. Didn't take the mark, but stayed in the game, stayed in the contest, and she wins the footy back with a free kick in the back pocket for Banyule. Saffron Nolan down the wing, spills to the back to Prentice, but she kicks off the side of the boot, but it bounces right on the line. It's still in play. Picked up again. Getting a hand pass out is Charlie Johnson. Back into the field of play. Prentice there, tackled, and she'll get a free kick, throwing. And it'll go the way of Hayley McKee. McKee in short now. Good kick to Lockyer. Underage player with the Chargers. Kicks it low and flat. almost finds the target, just getting a hand in the way of Savini, taking an attack off of Banyule, forced it back, trying to barge her way through and doing an outstanding job. She said, get out of there. Ashton kicks her team towards the wing. Ball still attacking side of the wing. Here's a chance now for the Comets, but good contest to impose herself and hold it up, and there'll be a sling tackle going the way of a Hayley Pinner of the Banyule team. Pinner, drive the team towards half forward. Almost a mark completed at the back by Tess Andrews for the Comets. Getting a run, playing in defence, and she manages to tie it up at centre half back for the Comets at the southern end. Or the Cricketers' Nets end here at Victoria Park. Lovely little cafe just up the road there. As I say, great part of the world. Spills out now to Lenny Lockyer on the left. Gets out of the clearance and hits her teammate on the target on the left. What a good kick that was. And that was Curnow. Curnow goes again to Lockyer, who kept running. What a good game she's played. Plays on quickly. Kicks directly. Hot spot to centre half forward. What a great kick to Bound, who takes the mark. Bound plays on. Drives along to full forward. Looking for someone to mark. No one can. Ball spills to the back of the pack. Opportunity, if it could be picked up at ground level by Madeline Stewart. It's not. Good defence by Banyule. I reckon done a great job in defence. They've seen a lot of inside 50s today, and their defence has done an amazing job. 40-point lead. Thrown up again. Both teams working hard. Tackle laid by Curnow, like her game in the ruck. Slapped down once more, and it is socket to the boundary for Banyule by Millie Hunter. And another boundary throw in 25 metres around at the northern end, the end that the Comets are kicking. 60 plays 20, just over 4 minutes remaining in the opening game of 2 today. Off hands, quick kick by Murphy. The kick lacks a bit of distance, and a mark last line of defence by Humphries. He looks to switch towards the broadcast side. A bouncing ball. Taken at the back for Banyule by Savini. But eventually, the Comets get it back, but only as far as Melalakakis. And then a player was taken down in a tackle after she'd taken a mark, and the umpire deemed that she hadn't played on, and it will be 50 metres for Banyule. Oh, she elects to play on. She ran a long, long way, Caitlin Sire, just unaware of what was around her. And free kick goes to Bound again, but she kicks it straight down the throat of an opponent. And Banyule mark again at centre half back. At resolute defence. Can hold their heads high. Hurry kick out in the direction of Piner. Piner looking to grab the footy. May have been pushed out in the contest. She seemed to nearly slip over as well. She'll grab a free kick at half back, just behind the wing. She's had a pretty good game today. She kicks down the line, and that's a good mark, and she receives some treatment as well. Caitlin Sire. High ball towards half forward. Lockyer fist down. Great roving Scully. Drives it long. In fact, it was McNamara towards Scully. Handball comes out again. Pinner's there. Can she get hold of it? She can't, so she elects to be the tackler and lays a very, very good one too on Scully. Good defence today by Millie Hunter. Liked her game for Banyule. As Bound tried to take it out of the ruck contest, she's grabbed in a tackle, and free kick will go the way of Jamie Humphries. Handball's out now towards Hunter. Hunter kicks very close to her opponent, squeezes it towards attacking side of the wing Pinner, and she's pinned immediately in a tackle placed on her by Garcia and thrown up attacking side of the wing. 60 plays 20, 1 minute 40 remaining. Knocked down again. Here's Bound, does well to get out of a tackle. Feeds a hand pass forward to the plate. Her teammate was immediately accosted because she knew she was in trouble, Bound Chapman, and she's penalised for holding the ball. Carroll with the free kick. Six right slipper into it. Towards half forward. Taken again by Bound once more at the drop, just mopping up everything. Attacking it hard. Couldn't mark it, Molan. Bounces off her chest at the drop. Picked up cleverly for the Comets team by Charlie Johnson. Nice kick to half forward. This is Giorgio. Giorgio looks to play on and try and sweep a hand pass out. It might come off. It does now. Taken by Murphy. He's had a good game. He feeds a hand pass over the top to Giorgio again. Has to get rid of it quickly. Under a minute remaining. Can they get one last goal? Deep into attack at the northern end. Once again, the defence okay, though, for the Banyule team. But then an opportunity comes out, and they do kick a late goal through Eliza McNamara, and that's reward for effort since Eliza came on. She just stepped back out of a bit of traffic, took her time, threw it on the boot and kicks a great goal. And it's 9-12-66 to 3-2-20, 29 seconds remaining. And they lead by 46 points. They've had a really good hit out, though. The reigning premiers and the undefeated champs going into the grand final next week against either Park Orchards or Fitzroy, because Banyule have been really, really good. They did say it was going to be a tall order for them to win today. And out of the middle again, here's a chance, trying to take on the field, and bursting through is McNamara. She gets stymied a little bit as the hand pass comes out. There's going to be a free kick for a player copping one high as she was looking to burst through traffic. Great win for the Comets. They're into the grand final. And they'll have the last shot at goal at right half forward. And the player having that last shot is Claudia Chapman. It didn't make the distance. Big win for the Q Comets. 9-12-66 to 3-2-20. They're into the grand final, but what a magnificent effort by Banyule. They took it right up to them. The girls deserve as much credit as possible. One stage they led, and they just put pressure, played the way that they could possibly play up against a very, very good side with stars everywhere. Bound outstanding. Scully very good. Lenny Lockyer brilliant. Murphy very good, especially early. Kerno had a great game in the ruck. And the list goes on and on and on. While for Banyule, I like the game of Saffron Nolan. Alexandra Carroll was great early. Didn't stop trying was Hayley Piner. I thought she was great. Liked the game too of Jamie Humphries in defence, and also Millie Hunter. It was a good effort all round. Zara Bell battled manfully in the ruck as well. Great goal by Claire Carwell, another highlight of the day, and Caitlin Syver. A big win, 46 points for the Comets, 9-12-66 to 3-2-20. They're into another grand final in the under-16s in what is going to be a grand final fest. 5 grand finals being played in girls under-16s and under-17 youths next weekend at Templestowe in the YJFL. Back with more shortly for Game Face. Our second match will be Hawthorn Citizens. They're taking on Q Comets for the right to move into a grand final as well in under-17 Bs, which is actually Youth B, and which should be a great contest as well. Get your Game Face on.